It's striking, I think, when people think about who cares about climate change, what they imagine is a sort of thin, a white hipster in spandex, fresh off their bicycle, sort of tossing granola over their shoulder as they walk along. Uh, but in fact, what the polling, and there are a few of them in the audience, and God bless you. But what the polling data shows, and by the way, this is from the Public Policy Institute of California, and they've shown it for about the last 7 years. In the USC polling, which I participated in, we found pretty much the same results. But in the last poll, when asked whether climate change was a very serious concern, one that you were willing to address even if it involved economic costs, and there can be economic benefits, only 43% of non-Hispanic whites in the state of California said it was a very serious concern. 63% of Latinos said it was a very serious concern. 57% of African Americans and 54% of Asian Pacific Islanders. So people of color across the board are actually more concerned about this. And so it's less the bicyclist in spandex and more the immigrant woman who lives near a refinery in Wilmington, who's kind of facing the daily ravages of pollution from those who are emitting greenhouse gas emissions and the co-pollutants. And by the way, this also holds for income. In the same poll, what the Public Policy Institute of California tells us is that 61% of those making less than $40,000 a year consider climate change a very serious issue. Only 45% of those making more than $80,000 a year consider this a very serious issue. Those people who are on the front lines of what you were talking about in terms of this overburdening of multiple hazards are aware that this is a crisis that needs to be dealt with, and that's the political constituency that we need to keep in mind as we're mobilizing a broad group of people who are concerned about these issues.